Today I'm going to show you how to make a caprese salad with a balsamic vinaigrette. A caprese salad is a salad that consists of tomato, mozzarella, and basil. So here are the ingredients that you are going to need. You will need 2 plum tomatoes, about 6 leaves of fresh basil, and about 6 to 8 ounces of fresh mozzarella. 1 pepper that we're going to roast, about 2 cups of mixed greens. For the dressing, you're going to need 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, half a teaspoon of honey, half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard, 1 clove of garlic minced, 1 pinch each of dried basil, oregano, and parsley, salt and pepper to taste, and I'm going to use fresh cracked black pepper here. I'm going to use a whisk for my vinaigrette, a tasting spoon, and a chef knife. You'll also need a mixing bowl and some tongs later on in the video. So let me show you how to roast a pepper. Now I'm going to do this outside on the barbecue, but you can do this in the broiler, in your oven. Also, if you have a gas stove, you can just put it on a burner that way, but you have to be cautious with that method. So all I'm going to do is rub a little bit of olive oil on the outside of the pepper. The oil is going to help the skin on the outside of the pepper to char. So I'm going to put it on a preheated grill, and I'm just going to let it sit. This whole process is probably going to take about 25 minutes, so just be patient. It is worth the wait. Once you place it on the grill, I'm going to close the cover, and I'm going to go back periodically to rotate. We're looking for a dark char on the outside of the pepper. That's going to give it nice flavor. Once we have cooked all sides of the pepper, we can put it into a bowl. We're going to cover it with some plastic wrap while it is still warm, and we're going to let it steam a little bit. The steam is going to help release the outside of the skin of the pepper. From there, after we let it cool for about a half an hour to an hour, we're going to peel that outer charred layer off. So to do that, I'm going to take a little paring knife. Most of the skin I'm going to be able to peel away just with my hands. But if you have a hard time, you can use a paring knife to help scrape that charred skin away. So as you can see, I'm taking out any of the seeds and any of the rib that is on the inside. And then I'm using my paring knife to scrape that pepper skin away. Right? It comes off pretty easy as long as you char it enough on the grill or under the broiler or on your gas stove, and then steam it for a while until it's nice and tender. After I've peeled all the skin away, I'm just going to slice it into strips. This is just going to be an extra accompaniment to my caprese salad. Not necessary, but a delicious addition, and super easy to make and much more flavorful than you buying them canned or in a jar in the supermarket. I'm just going to put them on the side for now until I'm ready to assemble my salad. The next thing I'm going to prepare are my tomatoes. I'm just going to slice these into 1/2 inch circles or slices. Right? So I'm probably going to get about 6 slices per tomato, and they should all be about 1/2 inch thick. Now we're going to prepare our fresh mozzarella. Fresh mozzarella is a pillowy, soft, bright white cheese that's usually handmade. It's packed in water at the production facility or hand wrapped in fresh plastic. It has a high moisture content and should be consumed within 7 days of production. It is delicious, soft, a little bit salty, way different than the mozzarella that you would buy in the supermarket in the refrigerated section in a block. We're going to slice our mozzarella into about 1/2 inch slices, about the same size as the tomato that we are serving. And we need the same amount of slices. Next, we're going to chiffonade our basil. I'm going to stack all my basil together, and I'm going to cut thin ribbon slices from it, called the chiffonade. I'm going to put those on the side until I'm ready to dress my salad. Now, we're going to make our vinaigrette. And we're going to dress our lettuce leaves in the bowl that we're making our vinaigrette. I'm going to add my spices, my mustard, and my honey to the bowl. Season with salt and fresh cracked black pepper, and I'm going to whisk that a little bit. Next, add your balsamic vinegar. Balsamic vinegar is very dark, concentrated, and intensely flavored vinegar originating in Italy that pairs really well with this dish. And now I'm going to slowly drizzle in my 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I choose extra virgin olive oil, or EVOO, for this recipe because it has a more intense flavor than regular olive oil that's great in a salad. Also, as we are whisking, we are only slowly drizzling in our olive oil. If you add all the oil in at one time, you have a greater chance of your vinaigrette breaking. Adding it slowly, we can emulsify our dressing. To emulsify is to force 2 liquids to combine in a suspension that normally would not come together. So in this case, it's oil and vinegar. The emulsifying stabilizer in this recipe is our mustard. Mustard actually has a thick glutinous layer that surrounds the seed hull that helps it become a stabilizer. Honey is not a stabilizer, but it is thick for it to help with the consistency of the dressing. So you see, now that we've prepared our dressing, it will not break or separate because we added our oil slow while constantly whisking. I'm going to taste my vinaigrette, and now I'm going to dress my salad. I pour my dressing on top of my greens. I'm going to season the lettuce with salt and pepper, and I'm going to combine it gently using the tongs, making sure to coat all the leaves. Be sure to taste 1 leaf for seasoning. Now that my salad is completely dressed, I'm going to plate my mixed greens in the middle of the plate. At this point, we have a simple salad. Mixed greens with a vinaigrette. No other ingredients are necessary. But I'm looking to make a composed salad. I want to place the ingredients on top of my salad with a purpose. So I'm going to add my tomato and my mozzarella. I'm going to alternate tomato, and mozzarella all around my salad. There are many different ways for you to plate this salad, but this is how I'm choosing to do it today. I want to get as many pieces around the salad. In the center, I'm going to place my roasted peppers. Then I'm going to sprinkle my basil chiffonade. You will see some recipes will keep the basil whole, but I prefer it to be cut up into a chiffonade so it's easier to eat. Then I'm going to just put a little splash of extra virgin olive oil onto my mozzarella and tomato. I'm going to season it with salt and pepper, and that's the dish. Simple and delicious. Here are a couple other versions of plating a caprese salad. The sky's the limit. Whether you want to add olives, whether you want to use whole basil, whether you want to use a pesto, which is a puree of basil, whether you want to use grape or cherry tomatoes, or small balls of mozzarella called bocconcini, that is up to you. It's really great to get creative when you're preparing a salad. Here's my composed salad, caprese salad with balsamic vinaigrette. Hope you enjoyed this recipe. Don't forget to give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and hit that bell for notifications for when we post new videos.